Hello, friend. Welcome to another episode of the Mount Rushmore of Everything. Today, we are talking about not the 7 natural wonders of the world. We're talking about the 4 natural wonders of the United States of America. There's one clear non-negotiable.
Yeah, throw it out.
It is the only one that is actually on the 7 natural wonders of the world, which is the Grand Canyon. Really, we could start and stop this discussion with it's on the 7 natural wonders of the world.
The world, that's it.
And it's the only one that is on that
spread.
list that is United States.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the most visited natural phenomena, really, in the entire planet.
I haven't had the pleasure yet, but it's
Really?
on my to-do list. Yeah.
It is incredible. I admittedly am a person that often is that person that goes to like one of those iconic, amazing places. And after 5 minutes, I'm like, I'm almost disappointed.
It builds up so much.
many of them don't live up to the hype. But the Grand Canyon is truly, I think we spent days there and it just doesn't, the awe just doesn't stop, or at least for me personally. So yeah, Grand Canyon.
Cool. There you go. That's it.
What's another one you have on that list?
Niagara Falls.
Cassie and I literally discussed that before.
Oh, really?
And she said Carlo's going to have it. I'm like, yep, probably.
But you don't.
I don't.
As much as people want to go see the canyon, after you see the canyon, what else? Niagara Falls. And I get that part of it is in Canada, but, you know, that it's not the falls' fault. You know?
Well, it's not about faults. It's about where it is.
Right.
Where it is extremely relevant.
Yes. Again, I personally haven't been there. And I also, at some point, I plan to make a stop there. Here's a fun fact that you probably don't know. You ever heard of David Copperfield?
Yes.
Okay,
I am
so
alive on the planet.
There
so,
you
yep.
go. One of his specials, he levitated over the Grand Canyon. In another special, he escaped from a barrel before falling.
I actually didn't
into
know that, I think.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. Niagara Falls. And he was looking for iconic places to always do his shows.
So Niagara.
Niagara Falls, yeah.
All right.
Go ahead for your second one.
So, man, I just, again, I want to reiterate how hard this was because, I mean, I tried it from so many angles. I tried it from stats, from just thinking about iconic. There's so many incredible factors to consider here. It's
because
just, it's so
such
hard.
a vast area that the country is.
And it feels like the one and then everything else, there's like a list of 30.
And they're all wonderful and amazing and beautiful.
Part of it, too, as I studied, like, okay, what are those 7 wonders of the world? Because that's what this is, right? Except we're picking 4, and it's for the country. So I took into account that, and I thought, okay, at the end of the day, I feel like a superlative is not necessary, but that's the only way that I feel like I can elevate some of these things above another and be able to pick 4. So
okay. What you got?
I have the Redwoods of California.
Oh, yeah. I had that one, too.
Wow.
Look at that.
We maintain the record of never disagreeing.
Yes,
I'm like,
I
wow,
have
okay. So reasoning being it's the only place left in the world that they are, which is crazy. And then just the sheer size, how old they are. People visit from all over the globe just to see trees, which is a crazy thing to think about. It just was one of those things that I'm like, it felt weird to me of all the great choices, but then it somehow the Redwoods stood out to me as just such a unique place, which is really to me what a lot of the 7 wonders are about, is that unique and then the superlative, right? The tallest mountain, the largest canyon. Northern Lights was a weird one. So that's because that doesn't like have a location, right? It's just like a thing that exists, which I thought was interesting. So Redwoods, California.
Okay. Well, there we go.
So now that we're on a hot streak, I got to go with the hottest place on Earth, Death Valley. So this one I chose because, again, the superlative thing. So hottest place on the Earth, and then name recognition was huge for me because there's a lot of these places that if you talk to people, they don't necessarily know the name. They recognize the image. But Death Valley, though, is a very, like, I feel like that's a name I knew since forever. The hottest place on Earth gets a nice nod. And then some of the amazing things that they have there that are really nowhere else on Earth, from the moving rocks. Like they have these giant rocks that move because of the special way the weather works there. it will freeze really fast, and then the winds are so high that it will actually move these giant boulders. And then there's the white salts of the Badwater Basin, which is basically, it looks like a whole snowy area, but it's not. It's actually a basin where rain falls, but it evaporates so quickly and leaves salt behind that all it is like a white field. The Colored Hills of Artist Drive, which Star Wars was filmed there, or some of Tatooine scenes basically were filmed there. And then Singing Sand Dunes, I thought was pretty cool too. That basically there's a
all
note
of this
that you can
in
hear.
that valley.
All of this is in the valley. So noteworthy to distinguish here, we're not talking national parks.
Yeah.
Right, so where that would get weird
that's what
is,
it was
to me, Grand Canyon
hard.
is incredibly iconic as the Grand Canyon. But Grand Canyon National Park, I don't know if that would make my national parks. Maybe. We haven't done it yet. We'll see. But then, like, there are some national parks that aren't on here that would be absolutely on the national parks. But to me, like, it needs some identifiable, singular thing to count as a natural wonder. And then, of course, the word wonder. So I'm like, okay, it needs some superlative or something to make it something that would fill somebody with wonder.
Yeah. So this one I had a hard time. I had two choices, and I'm still not completely sold on it. That thing you just mentioned, the wonder part of it. But I just have to go with the one I thought I would choose, and that's the Great Lakes.
Oh my goodness. We just went 3 for 4.
Really?
We just went 3 for 4.
The Great Lakes?
Yes, it was actually a late entry for me, but yes.
Okay. I mean, you can literally see them in the map. No matter how small the map is, if you're going to draw the United States, you go around the lakes. I remember thinking these are like the eyes of the country.
Yeah.
Where the,
Almost,
and Maine and all that little peninsula sticking out is like the nose of the country. And then Florida's like the one leg that is like sticking out.
Yeah.
Florida. But I always thought of the Great Lakes as the eyes of the country.
So they're a monster to you with 5 eyes that are all weird shaped. Okay.
Yeah, sure. I knew right away what that was and where it was.
Yep.
So when you go there, you might not have that sense of wonder.
That was, which is why I was like, you might have seen my eyes lit up a little bit when you said that, because I'm like, I feel like you're having the same thought I have on it, which is, it's weird because like you do different. Though, but it's different. It's kind of like this lake. In almost all cases, right? You go to a lake, you see the other side, and there aren't like waves. There are like little cute little look at a little bump in the water. But like there you go and it's like this could be the ocean for all I know, right? Like if you went there and you had no sense of geography, somebody would assume that they were on the ocean probably, which is an incredible thing. And then really what drove it home for me were the facts, because like I said, there needed to be something to elevate it. So it's the largest group of freshwater lakes on Earth by total area.
Oh, wow.
Which is incredible.
Yeah.
Second largest by total volume. It makes up 21% of the world's surface freshwater by volume. 21% of the world's entire surface for fresh water, almost a quarter by volume, is in those 5 lakes. Superior is the second largest lake in the world by area, and it is the largest if we're only counting fresh water. And Michigan is the largest lake entirely within one country. All that together was enough to elevate it above some of these other ones that like some people don't know the name, and it's iconic, but is it really a wonder, or is it just like a cool place? And I don't mean to diminish some of the other places that we're going to have to talk about a lot of things in the Snubs video, because those are amazing places. Let us know. What do you think? What do you think should have been on the 4? You might disagree with 3 of our 4.
Yeah, 3.
Easily.
3.
There's no way you disagree with Grand Canyon. If you do, leave the video and never come back. Just kidding.
But drop a like before you do.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already there anyway.
Yeah. You've made it this far. Why not drop that like? Come on. But in all seriousness, we do appreciate you watching these videos, especially if you make it all the way to the end. We appreciate every single view, every single moment of your day that you decide to give to us. And we hope to see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell if you haven't already. Until next time.
See ya.
So if he's not in it, it's just me talking to you the whole time. And you tend to not be very conversational. I hate to break it to you, but historically speaking, you haven't said many words. You kind of just sit there in silence.